And by the way, conscious energy. All right.
Go ahead, let me see your transcript.
Saying has a lawsuit against me. She doxed me. She told her followers to contact my job because I disagree with her. I never did those things to her.
You the one that got fired, transcript?
No, I still have my job.
Oh, okay.
Anti-Afro Svengalis. What are you talking about? Let me see your handcuffs. What the hell are you talking about? You were trying to find another route to be classified as a victim. People, let me let you hear this. You cannot be serious. You were clearly A to Z a perpetrator. Let me let you hear the rest of this bullshit. Let me see your handcuffs. It's trying to get going in these YouTube streets.
I don't want anyone bothering my friends on those other social media apps who are, you know what I'm saying, close to me. You know, a person who does not have good intentions can use information from your social media to harass you. My privacy has been invaded. For privacy's sake, it's also in my best interest to deactivate and delete myself from some of these apps. Like I said, and I've shared this with y'all, I'm a person who has major depressive disorder. And I was doing that, you know, to share and help with people who have it. But unfortunately, there are people on this internet who are now using that against you. And in my own case, people who are, who's a therapist, who by trade knows what may trigger a person or may do, and actually using that as a weapon against myself. You know, I don't need to be in certain chats if there are no moderators, you know, where a whole bunch of trolls are. Because I, as a person with depressive disorder, like, that's not probably the best environment for me to be in. Especially they know it's let me see a transcript, and they know that, she has major depressive disorder. If I say this is going to set her off. You know what I'm saying? I do think I have a little bit more thicker skin than I did in the beginning, but I'm still, major depressive disorder. I'm still sensitive. I'm a Libra. We like balance. But I got Scorpio tendencies. From last week, he said he was depressed. He's been going through a lot. And that's why I feel really, really bad about, making my personal issue on Friday Night Live last Friday, because he's already dealing with a lot of things that he's talked about on his channel personally. So yeah. But I don't think he's diagnosed with what I have. I believe Derell has said he has bipolar disorder. But bipolar disorder, people do get depressed. I'm actually diagnosed with major depressive disorder. Unfortunately, I was at one time just a person with depressive disorder, and then something happened personally in my life, and then my medication needed to be increased. And at the time, I was just seeing a psychiatrist. Now I see a psychiatrist and a psychologist. The Kimberly, let me see a transcript, that I am offline, it's not totally being reflected online. So I think it's time for me to take some seats back. I did post a members only video like 13 days ago, and none of the members have actually watched it. So I'm just wondering if I just, y'all didn't like the video, you're not getting the notifications, it was boring, or what?
You're boring as shit. You're boring as shit.
I do think I have a social media addiction.
You know what, folks? I can't speak about a social media addiction that Kimberly Chandler, aka Let Me See Your Handcuffs, professes to have, but I will tell you without a doubt she's addicted to trying to portray herself as a victim. She's addicted to lying. She's addicted to harassing me from school grounds where she's supposed to be working. She's addicted to backstabbing. She's addicted to trying to get dudes to kick my ass. She's addicted to being a doormat. She's addicted to filing false CPS reports and false police reports. Addicted to harassing King Jai's mother in prison. She has a jealousy addiction. She has an addiction to selling people's emails, an addiction to selling text messages. Any other addictions? Let me see your handcuffs has. She's addicted to dishing it out, but she can't take it. She's addicted to bullying people. She's addicted to cursing children. She's addicted to harassing the elderly. She's addicted to that mindset of get them niggas on social media while you are targeting people who did nothing to you and you're having your co-demon drive in their neighborhoods. She's addicted to false accusations. Those are the only addictions that I'm aware of. I'm sure there are more within this whole context. Oh, she's addicted to stealing LLCs. She's addicted to perping as if she's an AFW president. I'm sure I might be missing a few. If you can think of any other addictions that Let Me See Your Handcuffs has, be sure to include those in the comment section. Oh, she's addicted to, God, it's horrible, giving that dog food he shouldn't be having. She's addicted to drive-thrus. I added a few more. Oh, don't forget the one we all know about. She's addicted to sucking cocks on Greyhound buses. She's addicted to eating dudes' asses out. This is what she's talking about. Don't look at me. I'm simply relaying what she is saying. She is saying all these things. She is showing all these things to be true about herself. She claims, if I didn't say a doxing addiction, I'm including that now. She says that I doxed her and told followers, first off, I don't have followers. I have people who support me. I don't have followers. That I told people to contact her job and I doxed her. You were never doxed. You have your whole entire resume with your home address on the internet. How the hell is that doxing you? You are a public servant, unfortunately. Your name can be Googled. You have spoken your own name right here on YouTube and said you didn't care if people used your name. Quit trying to portray yourself to be something that you're not, which is innocent. And I want to make sure this is clear. What she claims I did is not even illegal. I don't engage in criminal activity. What I did, I stated, which I have every right to do. And as a matter of fact, this is what you did to me first. You put up my name, here it is, my full name, and you indicated here, call the Board of Behavioral Sciences. You gave my national provider ID, and you told people to report me. You have every right to do that. That's not illegal. It's totally legal what you did. It's totally legal what I did. The problem is you're so pissed because there's actually stuff that you did that's actionable. There is no conduct that I have done that is actionable. Now, let me explain something. The reason why all types of regulating boards and licensing boards have laws that they put into effect that are very specific about what is not acceptable conduct. And this is a semi-protection towards people who hold these certificates and licenses and certifications. But primarily the law is put in place to protect the public. So if the public has a concern about what someone is doing, they have every right to report it. It guards against people who are trying to do what they try to do to me, which is come up with all of these frivolous complaints about me and bombarding a licensing board. In those instances, a licensing board will not even contact the person with the certificate or the license because what they're saying does not meet legal criteria. Can you imagine? You get into an argument with your neighbor, you don't get along, you're arguing about the fence line or whatever. They want to run and report you to the board. There's nothing to report. Now, if the person struck you and the police were called, and you were the person deemed to be the aggressor and you got arrested, that's when the licensing board comes in. There are other ways in which the licensing and regulating boards come in, and I'm actually going to do a video about that because I think it's important to educate the public, to educate them. These regulations protect the public. Everybody has a right to complain. So let me let you know so you don't get all freaked out. Well, maybe you'll get freaked out anyway, but that's your issue, not mine. When I file my next complaint against you, I'm going to let everyone know because I'm following through with what I stated. You did what you did to me and other people right here on YouTube. You had no shame about it. So my response to you is going to be right here on YouTube. And there is nothing you can do about that. I haven't broken a single solitary law, and you know that. I am not the one who had police intervention required. You had police intervention that was required justifiably. No cops have shown up here asking me any questions about what I supposedly did to anybody. It's been just the opposite. And if that happens, when it ever happens, I will be damn sure to come here and tell you about it. I'm not going to be like, let me see your handcuffs and act like nothing happened. I'm going to come on and tell you, guess what? The police showed up today and they were asking me about this. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. To date, that has not happened. You all are aware of the federal lawsuit. Every decision so far that's been made has come down in my favor. What is there to report? We have the motion pending. When that gets addressed with the judge, I'll come on here and I'll report that. I'm not giving attention to that lawsuit because there's no credibility to it. There's nothing to address. I want to also address what, let me see your handcuffs, Kimberly stated, bothering her supporters. Who has been bothered more than anyone in these particular YouTube streets in reference to supporters or any person who simply has a cordial engagement with me? Right. It hasn't been anybody rocking with you. It's been those people coming to this channel, leaving comments, happening to display garden variety decency when I show up on their channel, or anybody saying anything positive about me. You have these demon freaks coming after people, even coming after people who've never said anything about them. Then they're coming after people if someone has an opinion about something. They don't like it. They start targeting them. They start striking their channels. We know the situation. Let me see your handcuffs. This is what you do. Just like you are going after people's family members. These people don't even know you. Who among your so-called non-supporters has been targeted? If any of those idiots, those demons that you roll with, have been focused on, it's because they said something about me and I decided to mention it, or they said something about people that I care about and I wanted to address it. Nobody has initiated any sort of attack or harassment on people on your channel. So stop your lying. You always find some way to show everybody what a liar that you are. You can't come up with a single solitary incident. And when you do, I can guarantee you I can produce at least 10 or 12 messages that were posted about me and people who rock on this channel before anything was ever stated. You're up here telling, again, nothing but lies. That's the only thing you can do because the truth is not in your favor. The truth makes you look incredibly bad. The truth exposes you for just who you are. Let me see your handcuffs stated that her privacy was violated. Let me see your handcuffs is the one that sells emails. She sold my emails and had the nerve to get up here and put my email address on her channel. That's a violation of privacy. You are the one violating people's privacy. You're the one getting on the internet and claiming you have information about another woman's reproductive status. You're the one violating people's rights. You sold Carrie Ann's text messages. Yes, you did. And you got called out for selling my emails by YouTube and Buy Me a Coffee. You are doing things to people and you turn around and claiming something's being done to you. Your marriage license is not private. It's on public display in the court system. How is that a violation of your privacy? It's not a violation of your privacy. See, it's okay for let me see your handcuffs to run around here acting like she knows about everybody's personal business, putting up all these information, you dogging, you messing with young Pharaoh, which I don't appreciate. You're putting his business out here. You claim you know so much about him. You don't know shit. But when somebody gets up here and posts information about you, you got a problem. You have an addiction of dishing it out, but you can't take it. Ain't got shit to do with no social media addiction. You hate the fact that people have relationships that you covet, that you will never have. So you're always waiting for some demise to come associated with people's relationships. Okay, let's get to, let me see your handcuffs, bringing up again this issue, claiming to have been diagnosed with major depressive disorder. You heard what she said. Let me repeat for the, I don't know how many times I've stated it over and over again. I guess if I need to keep repeating it, I will. I don't make any comments about people's mental health state or diagnosis. I don't guess. I don't give opinions. I don't do any of that. I will not make any comment about what anyone says that they have in terms of any clinical angle on that. Now, I'm going to make sure this is clear to you. Let me see your handcuffs, Kimberly Chandler. Whatever you decide to tell people about what you claim to have been diagnosed with, it's not related to what I'm doing here on YouTube as it pertains to you. What I'm doing here on YouTube is defending myself against all the bullshit that you perpetrated. This time last year, I don't recall you making any complaints about what conditions you had. This time last year, you were pretty happy. This time last year, you were telling a lot of lies on me and Rev G and other people. This time last year, you were making a lot of money off us. This time last year, you were allowing people to slander Gerald in your live streams. This time last year, you had a mighty good time perpetrating as if you were anti-fraud warrior president. You made money off of us. You stole from us, and you have the nerve to sit here and try to bring up something about attempting to trigger you with strategies. You do not remove my right to defend myself. You cannot use this lame attempt to guilt me. I am not Dumpsey. If you want to address someone who is a licensed professional, unfortunately, who is coming for you A to Z, you need to go after those videos that Dumpsey posted about you. Those derogatory, vile, disgusting videos. You don't have the guts to even address that. Which is why I say you have that doormat addiction. You're calling yourself a social media addiction. You're in Dumpsey's live stream, posting comments when he has these videos up treating you like last year's garbage. So don't think you can come up here and try to guilt me out of defending myself. I'm not changing a damn thing that I'm doing. I'm responding to what you did. You up here again trying to play the victim, trying to gather some sort of sympathy about a situation that doesn't exist. You are failing. And again, if you feel this is what I'm doing to you, you can submit a complaint to the board and see how far that goes. No board is going to tell me I don't have a right to defend myself against the bullshit that you perpetrated, against you stealing from me, against you lying on me, against you trying to set me up to be assaulted by engaging these dudes in these YouTube streets. Yes, that's exactly what you try to do to me. And you're going to sit here and tell me because I'm a therapist I can't defend myself? Bullshit. I don't play games like that. You are not going to lay a guilt trip on me and try to get me to shut up. I am not shutting up. Just like you ran your mouth last summer and we sat back and watched you. We get to come out and say the truth about what you did. And that's exactly what's going to continue. If you don't like it, that's your problem. And listen, I don't think I played this part. She said that she's getting off all social media, but she's keeping her YouTube channel because she likes to Google check. The Google check is based on what you're doing to other people, and most of it is bullshit. Most of it is lies. You're up here making money off other people. Then you have the nerve to complain about me, who hasn't made a single dime on YouTube. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to say. Let me see your handcuffs, Kimberly Chandler. Every single complaint I make against you, I'm putting it right up here on this YouTube channel. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. You are a public servant. And I'm going to make sure what you did is known to the public. You are a risk to the people you are serving based on all the things that you did. You are the one that had police intervention required to get your ass in line. No police have ever had to jack me up for getting out of line. Oh my goodness. You are the one that requires that type of control. Have self-control. Sat here for almost 4 years and listened to all these lies being told about me. Most of them didn't matter. It took threats on my life to get me to speak up and start taking care of business and making sure those threats stopped. And I got law enforcement involved and the threat stopped, and nobody's going to make me feel guilty about it. I'm going to use the law to defend myself. You're not going to drag me down to the gutter where you have been, where you talked about people's disabilities. You're up here thinking you can diagnose people, which is not ethical. Calling me narcissist. Let me make this clear. Let me clarify something. What Let Me See Your Handcuffs has been doing, calling me a narcissist. What she's saying is that I have narcissistic personality disorder. How in the hell would you know something like that? Number one. Number two, personality disorders are last resort diagnoses. It is unethical for us to come up just meeting this client, just assessing them for the first how many days, you're going to come up with a personality disorder. You can't diagnose a personality disorder unless you have an extensive amount of history on the client. Those are last resort diagnoses. I get it. There are people out there who say it because they're just saying it. But you as a public servant, there are consequences for you saying that. I'm not going to allow you to say this about me without me reporting you. I don't know whether or not you pull the wool over your high school's eyes, but if you think the high school is where I'm stopping, you got another thing coming. Aldine Independent School District doesn't take care of you, Kimberly Chandler. I'm reporting you to the state. I'm reporting that district to the state because all of the crap that you have done here, it isn't even just towards me, it's towards families, children. You have misused our law enforcement system. You have wasted CPS this time. Quit coming up here lying your ass off, saying you didn't call CPS. I'm breaking the culture of silence and file false CPS reports and false police reports. You did just that. And if I got to pull breaking the culture of silence into a lawsuit to testify against your ass, I'll do just that. If I got to get the police department to come in and say they have reports on you, I'll do just that. She gets up here and lies, trying to gather the sympathy that she doesn't deserve. She has come for breaking the culture of silence's life from A to Z, causing her to relocate. And you think you're going to get up here and call yourself a victim? That is not going to happen. What you did is going to be on full display for everybody to see. Just like what you were doing last year, lying on me, lying on Gerald, laughing about it, and you thought you got away off into a sailboat to Jamaica somewhere, happy as a lark. No, that's not how life is. You have to live up to responsibilities and consequences as a result of your actions. And if you don't want to do that yourself, guarantee there's a whole line of people willing to oblige, aside from myself. But I'm the one talking here right now. Let Me See Your Handcuffs said that she has a members only channel and nobody looked at the content. Well, why would they? They want to sit here and show their ass up here on YouTube with you, lying on people. They don't want to go back to no private chat and talk to you because they know you are not the person that they're really interested in. They're interested in all the other people that you've attacked. That's what they want. Regardless of what side of the fence people are on, people want to hear what you have to say because of your nefarious conduct. People are only interested in what you have to say because you are attacking people who have things that you covet. And you're angry that you can't have what they have. So you set about talking shit and telling lies about people. And so whatever side of the fence somebody wants to get on, they're going to listen to you because they're interested in the people that you're attacking. They're not interested in you as a person. They don't care about you. But that's okay. Carry on the way you are, the way you always have been. You depend on other people to survive. Let me clarify. There is nothing wrong with people talking about other people. This is YouTube. But lying on other people, making up shit that never happened on other people, creating scenarios, where the hell you got these scenarios from, who knows? But you know they get attention. You are building a situation for yourself that depends on you lying on people, you attacking people, you bullying people, you doxing people, and then turning around and saying that you're a victim. Help me, Afro Svengalis is doing this for me. No, you've done things to many people and you got away with it. So you thought. No one's interested in you as an individual. And for you to sit here and say, the person offline is not the same. No, we saw what you were doing offline. You are a backstabber. What you did offline when you thought nobody was looking, you were stabbing a supposed friend in the back. You were the same person online as you were offline, and we saw that. Look how the universe works. Just like you were in your car, and one of the yeah, you heard me, 7 people are on your ass. Let me see your handcuffs, and I'm not one of them. They're watching every move you make, and someone caught you flipping your camera in the car, being trifling, and that's how we got where you worked. You put yourself out there. Let me see your handcuffs. You put yourself out there. You thought you were going to be able to attack me, get people to attack me, and I was going to do what? Dry up and blow away. Well, that just goes to show you never got to know who I really am. I don't have to jump up and scream and holler every time somebody says something about me. But there comes a time when silence is going to be decimated because the truth definitely needs to be told. And you are a perfect example of that. I'm going to keep posting as many videos as I want about you. There's not a damn thing you can do. I'm not committing any crimes. You are not being harassed. I can go and review every single video you made about me. I can review every single statement you made about me. I can review every single post you said about me. There is no judge in this country who's going to side with you and tell me I can't respond to the bullshit lies that you've been telling about me. So I'm waiting for a court date. You cannot intimidate me out of my rights. You talked shit about me, lied on me, and stole from me, and you think you're going to silence me with some faking ass cease and desist letter? That is not going to happen. Get this shit into court. I'm going to have the cops there. I'm going to have Breaking the Culture of Silence there. I'm going to pull whoever I can to show what you have done has been an attack dog against people whose lives you hate because you can't get what they got, or you think you can't get what they have because you feel what they have is not accessible to you. Who said it wasn't accessible to you? You're acting like it's not accessible to you. You're acting as though you don't have a chance that these other people are displaying or have a life these other people have that you're attacking. You set your own limitations. You decided it was going to be much easier to go and attack people. Rather than try to get something that you felt you deserve that other people have. And you coming on here and talking about what you say you have major depressive disorder. Lots of people have a lot of things. People just don't come on here and talk about it. That's their decision. And coming on and talking about issues that are concerned for people, yeah, that's very productive, but not in this space. There are lots of people online who share groups, YouTube groups, any social media group, and they are getting a benefit from engaging with people. Not in this space. You are using whatever you say you have as a means of trying to gain sympathy, where you are the person who perpetrated all of these acts, and people responding to you are doing what they have a right to do. You don't have control over that. As long as you keep telling your lies, we will keep coming out with the truth. The timeline is our timeline. We do not have to respond to you because you posted a video about us. You continue to spread all these lies about us, about me, Rev G, about AFW, a group that never invited you in. We never invited you in. You came on and you lied and said you had been at AFW for a year. And why did you do that? Because you knew that was a way for you to get attention to yourself. And it worked, but it ended up blowing up in your face because you thought we were going to let you lie on us. There are a couple of folks out here in these YouTube streets who really think we are going to let them lie on us. You are mistaken, folks. We're not going to let you get up here and tell these vile, vicious lies on us when all we did was welcome you. We extended kindness to you. Let me see your handcuffs. But you're a user and you're a backstabber, and we saw that. You just wanted to get information and run off and post it on your channel. And that is why Marcellus got up in your ass. And what did you do? You didn't want to take any of that guidance or advice. You ran off and you stabbed the man in the back. That's who you are. Let me see your handcuffs. You showed the world exactly who you are. You're not going to guilt me out of doing anything. You're not going to guilt me out of posting videos. You're not going to guilt me out of telling the truth about you. And you're still not going to ever get me to even comment on mental health issues about individuals. I'm not going there. I've never gone there. I have no urge to go there. So you're wasting your time, but you're welcome to continue with your antics. You are not going to guilt me or anyone else with any amount of self-respect out of defending themselves against your bullshit lies. As I just stated, there is much more to come. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.